Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that point! Goal for Manchester City!
Dzeko takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it back! Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending where you are across the world. It's 10-3 in Toronto, Canada, right now, where Canada will take on Bosnia and Herzegovina at the BMO Field home of Toronto FC. And it's a packed stadium for Canada's opening match of their World Cup campaign, and then the second home nations for this game today as we get ready to bring you the match between Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm Russ Fitton, and I'm your host for today's game. We've got Nicholas Jones doing the producing. He was an excellent host for my opening game last night as Mexico won 2-0 in their opening game of the tournament against South Africa. And we've got Paul James with us. He's going to be guiding you through the action this evening as Canada take on Bosnia and Herzegovina in the opening match of the World Cup in Group B. Opening match of the tournament. Later in the night, early hours of the morning, USA will open their account up as the other home nation in the early hours of the morning in the World Cup, and that should be a good game as well against Paraguay at 2 a.m. in the morning. Unfortunately, as it stands, we're unable to bring you that one there, but we'll try and let you know our next offering before we finish tonight. Just before, as we wait for the teams to emerge from the tunnel, let's just bring in Paul James, and just to ask Paul a question. Obviously, Paul, a lot of Leeds fans will know about Jesse Marsch, the Canadian manager. Just as what it's been like since he took over the Canadian national side. What's his philosophy been like, and has he improved from the time he was at Ellen Road in England?
Well, it's difficult to compare the two, Ross. One's the Premier League teams, one is international football. What Jesse has done is he has taken Canada to the semi-final of the Copa America. He's put together a team that is a real threat. If you take a look at the likes of Jonathan David, who's currently playing his football at Juventus, also Tani Oluwaseyi and Tejan Buchanan, both of them have come back from serious injuries, coupled along with a threat from off the bench of Promise David and Kyle Larin, and also the addition just recently added to the squad, Jaden Nelson, who's in absolutely outstanding form at the moment. I watched him in the pre-season friendly against Uzbekistan, and he is like the Duracell bunny. He just runs and runs and runs and runs, and he is very difficult to stop. He's put together a very strong squad that I believe can come through this group stage. Now, if they win the group, it does mean that they stay at the round of 32 and round of 16. They'll play those games in Vancouver if they win the group. Now, I don't know if they're good enough to win the group, but this is a very strong Canadian team, probably the strongest they've ever had.
Yes, absolutely, Paul, absolutely. Oh, standing in their way is Bosnia and Herzegovina, who have former Manchester City Edin Dzeko in their squad. What a player he was in the Premier League, and some other good players in there as well. Kolasinac as well, another player who is in the Bosnian squad. So they've got to an opening game tonight against a strong Bosnian side as well, haven't they, Paul?
Yeah, they have got a very, very dangerous team. They are a big team, and you can expect them to use their physicality in set pieces. They're well renowned for utilising their height well during set-piece situations, corners, free kicks, long throw-ins. The wing threat is really where much of Bosnia comes from. The wing-backs tend to get forward continuously and cut inside to shoot or get the ball across to the big forwards. The two main ones to watch out for, of course, Dzeko at 40 years old, still playing a really high level of football at Schalke in the German League 2. Also, Ermindin Demirovic. He is a dynamic complement to Dzeko. He uses his pace and physical presence to find gaps behind the back. He is in the lineup today. He's wearing number 10, so look out for him.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Thank you very much. The players are out getting ready to come out of the tunnel at the kick-off. Maybe just on the way out of the kick-off for this opening match of Group B in the World Cup. So it's time for me to hand over. OJ.
Everybody, welcome. Wherever you're listening from in the world, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening, Canada have sold out the BMO field for this historic game for Canada, their first World Cup game on the home soil. And as mentioned earlier, Jesse Marsch has put together a strong team. Alphonso Davies, the key player for Canada, is starting on the bench today. Still not recovered completely from that hangover. And only one of the Canadian starting 11 today actually plays their football in Canada. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll begin with the host, Team Canada, led by head coach Jesse Marsch, operating a 4-4-2 today. Maxime Crepau in goal. The back four is Richie Larea, Derek Cornelius, Luc de Fougerolles, and Alistair Johnston are the back four for Team Canada. Alistair Johnston at Celtic, Liam Miller, Stefan Estaquio, the captain, Ishmael Kane, and Tejan Buchanan are the midfielders, with Tony Oluwaseyi and Jonathan David up front for Team Canada. For Bosnia, well, they resemble as follows. There's only one man out of their entire squad that plays their football on Bosnian soil, and that's the backup goalkeeper Mejdan Jurkas. Bosnia line up like this, with Nikola Vasilic in goal, Said Kolasnic, Tarik Muramovic, Nikola Katic and Armar Dedic are the back four. The four in midfield, Armar Memic, Benjamin Tarovic, Ivan Basic and Esmir Bajratovic, with the two forwards, Jovo Lukovic and Ermendin Demirovic, the aforementioned forward I was talking about before, lines up for Bosnia. Of course, Bosnia really took the long way round at this World Cup to qualify. They finished second behind Austria in UEFA Group H, and they had to go through Wales with a victory on penalties 4-2, and they also had to beat Italy, which was a shock, a 4-1 victory on penalties, condemning Italy to their third World Cup without qualification. The two players are now shaking hands as the Canadian national anthem has just finished. Oh, Canada indeed, as the fans are ready for this one. They've waited months here in this city at BMO Field, just by the lakeside, by Lake Ontario. And it's a beautiful part of the city for anybody that has visited Toronto. They're just clearing away the layovers from the pitch. BMO Field has been upgraded to hold 45,000, so it can hold group games and a possible round of 32. And you can see the players are just preparing themselves. Bosnia wearing their away jersey today, which is the white shirts with the blue sleeves. They are delighted to be here today, and they brought a lot of supporters themselves as they had parties into the night when they celebrated after beating Italy. This is a first World Cup for Bosnia and Herzegovina themselves. Well, our officials today, the on-field officials, all from Argentina. Facundo Tella is the referee, and the assistants are Juan Pablo Baleta and Gabriel Chardi. Khalid Salah Al Touré is the fourth official. He's from Saudi Arabia. with the main VAR official being Herman Mastrangelo, also from Argentina, with his assistants being Antonio Garcia from Uruguay and Titania Guzman from Nicaragua. Well, both of these sides are not expected to win the group, of course, with Switzerland being in it. But this is a huge game for Canada, because whoever does win this game, and if they can win it convincingly, are going to be well on their way for qualification to the round of 32. Just for those of you that are not aware, qualification for the round of 32 now includes a third-place team, 8 of the best third-place teams from the 12 groups. So obviously a win on opening day can give you a massive advantage. And we're waiting now for the players to come to the centre circle. Yesterday we had some controversy for those of us that joined in with the opening game between Mexico and South Africa. 3 red cards, 2 for South Africa, 1 for Mexico. And the joint hosts, Mexico, came away with the 2-0 victory. Later that evening, South Korea came from behind to beat Czechia 2-1 as well. So we've had lots of drama and excitement in the first day of the World Cup. We're looking for something similar of that today. We'll see whether they are able to do that. As Canada now gathering together, they're in their red jerseys, red shorts and red socks. A lot of them wearing red boots as well, as they are making their final preparations now before this game. A game that some of them have prepared for a very long time. Many of them have to come back from really difficult injuries. If you look at the likes of Promise David, what a story that is, came back from a major injury. Also Jacob Schaffelberg, another one who's on the bench for Canada today, came back from a major injury. All fought like hell to be in this position that they're in right now. And what an opportunity they have right now, as Canada are kicking the game off now, and we're underway. They are attacking the goal to our left here at BMO Field, in front of those Canadian fans behind that goal. There goes Tajon Buchanan down the right hand side. Can he get the cross in? And he doesn't. It goes behind, or rather goes out of play, I should say, and it's going to be a throw-in that's going to be taken by Liam Miller for Canada. Level with the Bosnian penalty area down the left-hand side. Miller is going to try for the long one here. Long throw towards the goalkeeper. It's bouncing around there, and the cross coming in and put behind there. Nikola Katic just getting his foot on that, putting that ball behind for a corner to Canada. And they now have an early opportunity, and Canada starting very strongly here. The captain, Stefan Estaquillo, is going to take the corner for the Canadians now on that left-hand side as they surround the goalkeeper, Nikola Vasilic. And Estaquillo is going to in-swing this towards the 6-yard box. He goes short, in fact. Not the greatest of corners. It really didn't work out for Canada, as that's cleared away by Katic downfield. Just following that back to the goalkeeper, Kripau, is the Canadian defender, Richie Larea. He plays his football right here in Toronto, the only player in this 11 who plays football in Canada. It's going to be a free kick now to Bosnia. A foul there on Said Kolasinac. And it's about 6 yards inside from the touchline and midway inside the Canadian half of the field. And Alistair Johnston just given a ticking off for that foul. Jesse Marsh has got his Canadian team ready and primed for this one. It's a high line by Canada here, the cross coming in. And it's headed down there. And it comes back to the edge of the area, and a chance there, and it's hit over the crossbar by Amar Memic. Well, the header down, really well played there by Jovo Lukic, and we've seen this time and time again, how good they are from these positions. And the first opportunity of the game fell for Amar Memic, and he clears the crossbar. Well, an opportunity certainly for Bosnia early on, and Canada has to watch Bosnia in these set-piece situations. The ball cleared forward by Difugarea, and it's brought down and cleared away by Muremovic. It's won back by Canada here, down on the far side, and it is Cornelius. Derek Cornelius, he's got options forward if he wants to find them. And the ball is played into the middle now, looking for Jonathan David, but that's cleared away by Dedic. And out of play, chasing that one down, is Demaric, and headed out of play by Difugarea. And it's going to be a throw-in to Bosnia, midway inside the Canadian half of the field, down the right-hand side. And there's no hurry immediately by Bosnia to take this. It's going to be taken by Said Kolasnic. He goes long, and just tidying up, it goes over the head there of the left winger Amar Memic. An angry response really there. There's just a bit too much weight on that throw-in. But good work, close marking by Difugarea. And it's cleared downfield by the goalkeeper, Maxim Krapau. And it's going to be a throw-in to Bosnia, as this game has started very, very quickly again. The ball is to Dedic, and Dedic is fouled by Miller, and it's going to be a free kick to Bosnia, again just inside the Canadian half of the field, about 6 or 7 yards in from the touchline on the right-hand side. Ivan Basic is over this one, and once again he's going to launch one towards that 18-yard box. Basic plays it short, gets the ball back, does Basic, launches the ball towards the penalty area, and it's headed on towards the goal by Lukic, and behind for a goal kick. Jovo Lukic plays his football in Romania at Universitatea Cluj in Romania. That was another chance for Bosnia. They've certainly had two of the best opportunities so far, but they've not been able to take them. As it remains 0-0, as Maxime Krapau just getting the choice over Dwayne St. Clair, largely because of his performance in the Copa America, and they're looking for something very similar from him in this competition. The ball is played forward by Muramemovic, and closing this one down that left-hand side is Memic, but it's just shielded behind by Richie Larea. It's going to be a goal kick. Canada 0, Bosnia 0. And early on here at BMO Field, the Canadians have started steady, but they've given away a couple of chances. That clearance by Krapau was looking for Richie Larea. It was over the head of the Toronto man, and it's going to be a throw-in for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Many of their fans behind that goal that Bosnia are attacking in the upper tier. It's another throw-in attempt. It's going to be taken by Amar Dedic. Dedic throws it. That's a good ball to Basic. Basic drops the ball back there to Katic. Here's a good ball there. Played forward by Katic, and the header won by Derek Cornelius. Still, Bosnia have possession. They're coming forward now, and it's with Tarahovic. Tarahovic was looking down that right-hand side for Bajratorovic, and you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to do my best with the pronunciations today, but I won't lie to you. I've I've struggled a little bit while trying to learn them. And at the back here is Amar Dedic. Plays the ball forward, looking for Taravic again. The ball goes out of play off Eustachio, and throwing once again for Bosnia. It's taken quickly, and that ball is all the way over out. Just looking for Baratorovic again. He loses control of the ball, and it goes out of play. But Bosnia win the ball back from the throw-in very quickly, and this game is being played at a very high pace. And I do wonder how the players are going to cope during the humidity in Toronto, which I can tell you gets very high indeed. And that's the ball picked up by Buchanan, plays the ball to Johnston. Johnston plays the ball down the right-hand side to Buchanan again. Buchanan holds the ball up. Does he lose that ball? Yes, it goes out of play. The official on the far side puts his flag up, and it's going to be a throw-in to Bosnia and Herzegovina. We've played 8 minutes here at BMO Field in this World Cup Group B game, and Canada looking to get themselves off to the best possible start. Throw-in taken quickly and cleared upfield there by Katic. Trying to bring that ball under control there is Alistair Johnson, but he's not able to do that. The ball just rolls out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Bosnia again, just inside Canada's half of the field, down the left-hand side. And over to take it there is Kolasinac, the left-back for Bosnia. Ball was played forward. They've given the ball away again. And both sides early on are really cheaply giving the ball away. And now it's picked up by Ismail Kona. Kona releases the ball now. And away goes Liam Miller. Miller tries to play the ball forward to Richie Laray. It goes out of play. And that came off the left back, the right back rather, Dedic. And it's another throw into Canada. And it's going to be taken by Richie Laray. Laray drops the ball down here to Miller. Miller. And just plays the ball there off Bajra Torovic. And it's going to be a throw-in for Canada. And it's going to be Liam Miller that is going to take this throw-in. He plays his football in England, of course. And it's a long throw-in by Liam Miller. Flicked on. And it goes all the way out in the penalty area. And it's back to the goalkeeper, Krapau. And it's cleared by Krapau to Liam Miller again, down that left-hand side. Miller plays the ball short there to Estaquido. Estaquido gives it to Richie Laray. Laray just drops the ball back. Picking it up there is Ismail Kona. Kona sends the ball forward. And it's picked up there by the number 12. And finally, Bosnia trying to break away, and we may see the first yellow card of the game here. That is a poor challenge by Alistair Campbell, but we're gonna see. I think the referee has shown the yellow card here. He certainly got it out. They're appealing for more, Bosnia. I do not think that this was, in my opinion, worthy of a red card. A yellow card, certainly. The ball was given away there. And yes, it's a late challenge, in fact, by Alistair Johnson. And the player goes down. There's no question it's a yellow card. And the free kick is going to be given. And once again, they're going to get another opportunity right now to take this free kick, and another opportunity for Bosnia to get the ball into the penalty area of Canada and maybe cause some problems. We'll see. And the free kick is going to be taken by the number 13, Ivan Basic. He's launched a few into the penalty area, and Canada have had some difficulty. This free kick is on the left-hand side, midway inside their own half of the field. And it's launched into the penalty area. The heads go on again, and it's once again Javo Lukic that's getting his head on the ball. And once again, he's not picked up by the Canadian defence. That was another opportunity, really, for Bosnia to try to take advantage. And they're coming forward again. And Lukic just plays the ball on. Picked up the ball down this near side. and it's Dedic who plays the ball forward. Now then, here is Bujaratarovic, and it's cleared forward and knocked out of play by the number 6 Tarahovic for Bosnia, and it's going to be a throw-in to Canada, and Richie Laray is going to take this throw-in. He is down the left-hand side, midway inside his own half of the field. Long throw by Richie Laray. It's flicked on, and finally they're looking for the run of Oluwaseyi. Was trying to chase that ball all the way through. Tejan Buchanan up there as well, as Canada have found it difficult to break Bosnia down in the first 13 minutes. And it's now with the goalkeeper Nikola Vlasic, and he releases it to Muremovic. Muremovic gives the ball there to Kolasinac, and he knocks the ball out of play, and now Canada have an opportunity. It's Buchanan, gets that ball in, and it's put behind for a corner to Canada. And awake there at the back was Benjamin Tarahovic to put that ball behind. Tejan Buchanan, the number 10, just trying to whip that ball across. Or Tejan Buchanan, the number 17 rather, whipping that ball across. It's a corner to Canada, and it's going to be taken over on that far side, perhaps by Miller again. It's played short this time. Opportunity to get the ball into the box now, and the heads go up in the air, this time off Oluwaseyi, but Bosnia now find a way to clear the ball, and it's knocked forward by Basic, but that hits the referee, so play is going to have to stop. Play is going to have to stop. We're going to get a free kick. Just so you're aware, there is going to be at least 2 breaks in this game, water breaks in each half. So we expect to see that. And coming forward now is Canada again over the halfway line. Here's an opportunity for Oluwaseyi. He gets into the penalty area, tries to play the ball across for Jonathan David. It goes across to Tejan Buchanan. And Canada, this is their first opportunity to really get behind the Bosnian defence. It's played into the penalty area by Ismail Akone. But no chance there to get that ball through, unfortunately, for Canada. They are definitely looking for the opportunity to create something, but so far they've not been able to get behind the Bosnian defence. And here's Miller again now down that left-hand side, pulls the ball back there to the number 22 for Canada, Larea. It's back with Miller again. Miller gets to the byline. Can he get the cross in towards the back post? It's Buchanan, but that's a good header by Sayed Kolasinac. Just winning that header ahead of Tejan Buchanan. The cross coming in there now, and Oluwaseyi goes in. There's a chance! Oh, a super save by the goalkeeper. Gets down to the right-hand side as the ball fell to Jonathan David, and you would expect him to put that ball away. And that's Canada's first real chance in this game, one they should have taken. No question about that. Well, Canada let that opportunity go, and one opportunity for Jonathan David that has bypassed them. Goes back to the goalkeeper Vasilic, who clears it downfield. Header won there well, in fact, by Figueira, and a foul in the middle of the park on Estaquio, and it's going to be a free kick to the Canadians. Jonathan David, what a chance there. What a chance. That's one he should have taken. That would have really given Canada the start they needed. And Jesse Marsh, look at the fury on his face. Oh my goodness me, he was not happy with that. Ball played forward and over the head of Liam Miller, but it might have just grazed the Hull City player, and that goes out of play for a throw-in to Bosnia. And standing ready to take this throw-in is Amar Dedic. Dedic launches the ball. The header is won there by Tejan Buchanan, headed towards the Bosnian penalty area, but it goes out of play again. And it's going to be a throw-in to Bosnia and Herzegovina. And there is Dedic just trying to pull the ball away from Miller. The ball goes out of play again. Miller appealing for the throw-in, but it has apparently come off Liam Miller. It's going to be another throw-in to Bosnia. Dedic again, this time a bit of a longer throw-in, tried to be flicked on by Lukic, who's been a real pain in the air with his height. And chasing this one down now is the number 13, Ivan Basic. Basic was not able to get control of that, and Canada win it back with Richie Laray. Here's Miller, turned on there by Estaquio, and now Canada are on the break. Oh, and it's blocked. The pass wasn't the best one, but Oluwaseyi still has it. And now Richie Laray was going to play the ball out to Miller, but that was intercepted again, this time by Katic, and it's really a very solid defensive performance so far as well by Bosnia. They're really shutting down Canada as they come forward. Frustratingly for Canada, they've not been able to find a way through. Still 0-0 with 19 minutes gone. We've had a comment in the comment section from Truckers World. Finger red number 1, that's got to be a Canada fan. Welcome to you, and welcome to everybody who's listening at the moment. If you don't mind, please, we are trying to grow the channel. If you don't mind clicking on like and subscribing, we'd really appreciate that. We want to be able to bring you more content. Thank you for giving us your valuable time this afternoon here. And it's picked up here by Dedic. Dedic plays the ball forward. And it's Basic. It's a good ball now down the right-hand side to Baratarovic, and he goes down under the challenge of Richie Laray. Richie Laray is saying that he did not touch that ball last. And Baratarovic, let's take a look at it here. He actually does catch the Bosnian right winger. He's saying he went for the ball. He didn't get the ball, did Richie Laray, so it'll be a free kick. Or maybe the referee has just given a corner. It is a corner. So it's a corner now, and it's going to be whipped in here by Basic. The ball goes on, and it's in! It's turned into the net, and Bosnia have the lead. It's Lukic, and he has been the threat in the air from pretty much the word go. And Tarovic, the corner from Basic, and Jovo Lukic, the big man up front, who Canada have not been able to get under control, has stepped up and punished them with a header from inside the 6-yard box. It's Basic's corner. It's flicked on by Kolasinac, and it might be Kolasinac goal, actually. Let's just take a look. No, it is, in fact, it is Lukic's goal, I think. It does look like it came off the head of Lukic. We will get confirmation of it for you, but yes, it's Lukic's goal, and that brings a silence around BMO Field. Well, they really haven't picked up Jovo Lukic at all in this first half, and he has punished them there. Bosnia, well known for their set-piece performances, for their ability from set pieces and in the air. It's naive defending from the Canadians, it has to be said. And here's Richie Laray out wide to Miller. And the ball drops back here in the centre of the field. Picking up that ball. Oh, it's been given away, almost there. And it's a foul on the number 4 for Canada there, Luke de Figueroa. And, well, that was just for a moment. Canadian fans would have had hearts in their mouths because Demirich was also away. And then he goes down. We've already seen red cards freely given. And we're now going to take the hydration break. And perhaps Canada need that. It's been a lively start to this game. The goal by Lukic on the 25th minute is the goal by Lukic on the 21st minute, and Canada are going to have to pick him up because every set piece they give away, the opportunity has opened itself up for Lukic, and they are one behind, but this game is far from over. The hydration break usually takes about 3 or 4 minutes, so let's just take on a look at the opportunity of what's coming up on the channel. Nick Jones will be bringing coverage of Haiti versus Scotland, which is Sunday morning UK time, 2100 local time, and that is from the Gillette Stadium in New England, home of the New England Patriots. Haiti versus Scotland, do join us for that one. Also on Sunday, Germany versus Curacao will be brought to you as well. I will be covering that game as well. The situation now between the two teams on this hydration break, and I can certainly understand why. 26 degrees, and with the humidity, it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. And the game is being played at an incredible pace. As this tournament goes on, the weather is going to become a more increasing factor for every single team playing in this competition. So FIFA decided that from the word go, there would be a hydration break in each half. And, well, we just wait for the players to come back onto the field. Canada, their situation is they've done very well in the friendlies that they've played. They have very much been undefeated in the last 6 games. However, only winning 2 of that, the remainder being draws. Uzbekistan and Venezuela both victories for the Canadians. Jesse March now just taking a seat. I just wonder what's going through the mind of the Canadian head coach as the game is about to get back underway now, and it's going to be the Canadian goalkeeper Maxim Krapau who is going to take this free kick from when the hydration break began. It's long downfield, and Uluwesi lets it fall. He heads it on to Jonathan David. It's cleared away there by Tarahovic. Chasing it down is Campbell. Campbell wins that header first. Up in the air there by Kolasinac. And there's certainly a height advantage for Bosnia in this between these two sides, and they've certainly used that to their advantage early on. It's a throw-in to Bosnia, and it's going to be handed to Dedic, who's going to take this throw-in. You can see cutting across there. Quite an interesting manoeuvre, but just trying to make his way across there. It's the ball goes out of play. It's going to be another throw-in to Canada. It's going to be taken quickly here. The ball is flicked on and knocked on there by Jonathan David. And here is Alistair Johnson. Johnson down the right-hand side. Johnson checks back in field, and Buchanan falls down. He's actually fouled. It's going to be a free kick to Canada, and an opportunity now to see what they can do from the free kick. It's about 6 yards in from the touchline on the right-hand side, and it's taken short and quick, but the referee says too quick, and Canada is going to be made to retake this free kick again. And they've got men in the box there, De Figuerea, Oluwasi, Tejan Buchanan, all in there. The free kick is whipped in. It's low this time, and they're just having some difficulty clearing it. Comes back to Miller. Here's an opportunity for Buchanan. Buchanan with a shot. It's blocked. It's headed out there by Dedic. Back into the penalty area, and once again, Muramovic clears the ball out of play for a throw-in, and Canada with Eustachio is going to take the throw-in here. And there is a Bosnian player who is injured at the moment, which is Mara Mahovic. And the referee is wanting to find out why. There wasn't much in that with the contact with Tejan Buchanan. He goes down very, very easily there, the Bosnian centre-back. Ball played forward here by Di Figueiredo, and Buchanan chasing it, and it's knocked behind for a corner. That's good defending by Klasnac. And now the Canadians have an opportunity with the corner. 2 minutes to go until half-time. 2 minutes to go till the 30-minute mark, excuse me. Canada 0, Bosnia 1. Still plenty of time for Canada to get back in this game. The corner is outswung. It goes over everybody's head, comes back to Liam Miller. Miller gives the ball there to Jonathan David. David goes down under the challenge, and that's going to be a free kick for Canada. Well, that's a pretty dangerous position now for Canada. It's just outside the penalty area, almost about 6 yards, level with a 6-yard box, I would say, down that left-hand side. And it's only a couple of yards just outside the penalty area. This is an opportunity for Canada to cook something up that they've been working on the training ground, perhaps. And it's going to be Eustachio that's going to take it. And is he going to swing this one in? Or is he going to go for a short one? He goes for a short one, goes right across there. An opportunity, and it's blocked. It comes straight back to Richie Larea, and now Liam Miller. Well, that short ball was he had the right idea, but Kone did not jump on it quickly enough, and he was closed down very quickly. And that's launched into the penalty area there by Johnston, but now Bosnia can come away with it. But it's won back here by Jonathan David. No foul, says the referee. Play to the whistle, David. He keeps going there, does Jonathan David, and drops the ball back to Luke De Figueiredo. And it's a long ball over to the left-hand side here to Liam Miller now. Corner of the penalty area. Miller plays the ball forward there, looking for Kone again. And Bosnia clear the ball away. And trying to bring that ball forward is Basic, but he puts the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in. It may have come off a Canadian player. Canada 0, Bosnia 1. Throw-in to be taken by Amar Dedic for Bosnia. Headed on. And here is Buchanan again. Buchanan holds the ball up and drops it back. And Johnston plays it short infield to Eustachio. Eustachio has got time and space in front of him. He's wearing the armband tonight for Canada in this historic first ever World Cup game on Canadian soil. Here's Kone. Kone launches the ball forward looking for Oluwaseyi, and it's hooked out of play. And Muhamarovic just knocks that ball out of play. And it's a throw into Canada on the left-hand side, level with the penalty area of Bosnia. Here goes Liam Miller now, gets to the byline. Is he brought down? The referee says no. The clearance only finds Richie Larea. Larea, corner of the penalty area, back to Kone. Kone launches the ball in. Oh, it's bouncing around there, and Oluwaseyi is trying to get his foot on it. And he tried to play the ball to Tejan Buchanan, but it was just away from the right winger there, and it's hacked away by Nikola Katic. But Canada still have the ball, and this is a good phase of possession for the Canadians. The ball is forward to Oluwaseyi. Chance for Oluwaseyi. Oh, he puts it over the crossbar. And, well, it's an opportunity there. And that's Canada's second real sight at goal. And once again, it's been missed over the crossbar by Tani Oluwaseyi. He just turns there. He's got showing his strength there. Great physical play, but his finish not quite on par. And it's a goal kick for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And picking up the ball is the number 4 Di Figueiredo, who clears the ball downfield. It's knocked out of play by Memerovic. And it's a throw into Canada, midway inside the Bosnia half of the field. It's taken quickly there by the right back Johnston. It's out wide to Tejan Buchanan. Buchanan trying to stay on his feet. He's surrounded there by 3 Bosnian players and is eventually has the ball knocked out of play. Canada maintain the throw-in again though, and it's Alistair Johnston that's going to take it, as the Canadian fans, despite being 1-0 down, are just having a whole lot of fun. And the throw-in is going to be taken by Alistair Johnson. Is he going to go for a long one here? He does, into the 6-yard box. It's headed up into the air by Jovo Lukic. He puts the ball behind for a corner. He's the goal scorer, of course, certainly being the chief thorn in Canada's side in this game so far. Corner to be taken now from the right-hand side. And the cross coming in. And it's headed up into the air and hacked away by Bosra Tarovic. And it's picked up here now by Memic. Memic trying to get past Richie Laray. It's going to be a throw into Bosnia. The ball is knocked out of play there by the Toronto player. Canada 0, Bosnia 1. Canada had a really good phase of play in the last 10 minutes. Let's see if they can capitalise on that. The header is up into the air and cleared downfield. And the ball is out of play for a throw-in. Just put out of play there by Memic. It's going to be a throw-in for Canada inside their own half. It's a long one taken by Johnston, and just winning that ball is Kalasnak. It's hooked up in the air, storming in with the header. It was Derek Cornelius, and the ball goes out of play because I think Canada is going to need to use a little muscle, which is exactly what Bosnia are doing. Bosnia are using the physical play and the set pieces to their advantage. They've certainly done that well in the first half, and Canada are going to have to try and respond with a little bit of muscle as well. It's a throw-in right now down the right-hand side for Canada, and it's Alistair Johnston to take it again. Johnston. And the referee is going to make Johnston take that throw-in again. I think he was about a little bit too far ahead. He wasn't that far ahead. Seems a bit petty for me, but the throw-in is taken again, and here is Cornelius. Plays the ball down to Miller. Back to Cornelius, and he drops the ball back into his own half to the number 4 there for Canada, Fugarea. And here's Derek Cornelius. Good ball forward to Liam Miller. Miller lifts the ball forward, and it's the number 8 again, Kone for Canada. Tries to play the ball forward, but it's a poor pass in the end. And now Bosnia can storm forward over the halfway line with Bajra Tarovic, but it's a good challenge by Jonathan David. He puts that ball out of play, and rare opportunity for me to mention that this is in studio commentary. Of course, I'm not at the stadium, but it's being brought to you from Canada. I live in Calgary, Alberta, so I'm bringing the game to you from Canada. And here is Johnston now for the Canadians. The ball is played forward, and the header is up in the air and won by Dedic. Tries to clear that ball away, and picked up by Kone. Kone holds the ball up. Short pass there to Eustachio. Kone now down to Liam Miller, probably been Canada's best threat in the first half. Miller gets into the penalty area, he gets the cross in, but is that ball taken a deflection and gone behind for a corner? I think it has. The Argentinian referee is Facundo Tella, who has awarded the corner, and it's going to be a corner to the Canadians, and it is still down this left-hand side. This corner is going to be taken. It's going to be Miller again. It's launched into the penalty area. Oh, and it comes off the head of Oluwaseyi. And that was nearly an opportunity. The Canadian fans behind the goal were appealing for a handball there. And the handball, it would have been against Katic, but Let's take a look at this again. Well, he had his arm in, really. I suppose he was trying to get his hand out of the way. But they're appealing for it, but I don't think the referee or VAR are going to take this very seriously. It's going to be a corner from the right-hand side. It's going to be an outswinger this time. Head's going up. It's Oluseyi winning the header again, looking for Buchanan. It's cleared away, but Canada still have the ball. Derek Cornelius plays it all the way back to Maxime Crepeau. Since the goal, Canada really have had some excellent play. They've had lots of the ball, and in my opinion, have been the better team since the goal, but they've not really been able to create too many chances. The opportunity for Oluseyi, of course, being the chief among them. And now here's Tejan Buchanan. Buchanan now gets to the byline. Can he get the cross in? Oh, that's a good block by Saeed Kolasinac. And it's going to be a corner to Canada again. And Memic just having a word with Buchanan over one reason or another. It's Eustachio that is going to take the corner down that right-hand side. Liam Miller is in there. Defugarea is in there. It's headed on by Cornelius. It comes to Miller. Can Miller get that ball in again? He does. Cross to the back post. It's headed out there by Muramovic. And Kone tries to play the ball into the middle again. Once again, that comes off Katic, and it goes behind for another corner to Canada. And with 6 minutes to go until the break, the Canadians are currently on top in terms of play, but behind on the scoreline. So we'll see what comes from this corner. It's Eustachio again. He's going to take this one. Plays it short to Buchanan. Back to Eustachio. It's back to Cornelius. He was looking for Jonathan David again there. That ball is flicked on. David once again chases it, but it's hacked up into the air by Miramovic. And it's Richie Larray who launches the ball into the penalty area again. Oh, can David bring that ball down? He wasn't able to. He struggled to bring that ball down. Had he brought that down properly, he would have had an opportunity, but his first touch wasn't the best, and the ball got away with him. Vlasic in the Bosnian goal comes out and claims that. But this is Canada in a much improved performance since the goal. And trying to win that ball back there is Dedic. Dedic plays the ball there, looking for Bajratovic. Canada win that back quickly though, and Richie Larray is under pressure from Bajratovic. He plays it short there, and Derek Cornelius now. Oh, and it's a good challenge there over on the far side by Ivan Basic. It's going to be a corner, not a corner, rather a throw-in to Canada. And we got 4 minutes to go until the break. As the match momentum swinging in Canada's direction. But they are yet to take advantage of that. Here's Kone. Back to Cornelius. Kone again. Cornelius holds the ball there, plays it across to the other central defensive partner there, Defugarea. Johnston. Oh, the ball was short there. It was Eustachio there that played that ball short. It's cleared into the Canadian half of the field, but that ball was out of play. And it's going to be for a throw-in for Canada, midway inside their own half of the field, down the right-hand side. And Canada and Bosnia separated just by the one goal. The goal 21 minutes by Jovo Lukic with the header from the corner. And here is Cornelius. Plays the ball short there to Miller. Miller plays the ball forward, but it's a poor ball by Miller. And coming away with it is Dedic, and Dedic plays the ball off Miller, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to Bosnia. Taken quickly. He's only managed to give the ball back to Kone, and Kone goes down under the challenge from Lukic. It's a throw-in for Canada. Long throw-in, the header won by Katic. As once again, Bosnia trying to defend their end. Jonathan David trying to bring this ball under control. He tries to flick the ball onto Miller, and it's hooked away by Dedic. And now Bosnia can come forward on the break. Over on the far side there is the number 15, Memic. Memic is challenged there well by Johnston. And that's a good challenge, shutting down that Bosnia approach. It's going to be a throw-in taken by Kolasinac. As Canadian fans look of concern on their face here in Toronto. The Bosnian fans just having a whale of a time right now. Kolasinac is going to take the throw-in down that left-hand side for Bosnia, level with the Canadian penalty area. Launched in, the shot by the edge of the area there. Oh, it was a good effort by Demirovic, but he was not able to keep it down. He's got his foot underneath that and put it over the crossbar. Opportunity though, once again for Bosnia. It's been their first one in a while. Here's Richie Laray now in possession. Free kick. Late challenge there by Demirovic on the number 13 for Canada, Derek Cornelius, and a yellow card coming out for this one. And it's Demirovic, the first Bosnian player of this World Cup to go into the referee's notebook. It's very late. It's what we would call a forwards challenge, and that's really what it is. It was very, very late. We're inside the last minute at the end of this first half. Canada are behind by a goal to nil in this first half. That ball is launched onto Oluwaseyi. He tries to flick the ball on. Tejan Buchanan didn't make the run, and it's cleared away by Kolasinac. Oh, and just trying to win that ball back, Estakia. And Bosnia have given the ball away down the right-hand side, but also there a giveaway by Alistair Johnston, and it's cleared into the Canadian half of the field, and Richie Laray is just going to shield this ball out of play. We have got 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Of course, according to the new rule, because of the hydration break, there'll be minimum of 3 minutes at the end of each half. It's actually 4 minutes, excuse me. My information was wrong there. 4 minutes stoppage time, but there'll be a minimum of 3 at the end of each half, according to the new rules, to account for the hydration break. But we've got 4 at the end of this first half. And now over on the right-hand side is Memic. Memic, can he get the cross in? He checks back. Drops it back to Tarahovic. Tarahovic trying to get the cross in, but it's failed at the first attempt, lands at the feet of Figuerea. De Figuerea clears the ball downfield, and the referee has got the card out again. And I believe this time it is for the goal scorer, Javo Lukic. And let's just take a look at this. Well, that's a bit harsh. He catches him late, but his foot is down. That's a little harsh, but the referee has given a free kick to Canada, and a yellow card for Javo Lukic. Good ball here to... Oh, it's a long ball forward there by Derek Cornelius. Headed down well there. It's really good play by the number 13 there, Basic. Just defending so well for Bosnia in this first half. Canada have had, despite the possession that they've had, they've only had a few chances and they haven't taken them. And the ball is played forward to Memic again, down the left this time. And it goes through to the goalkeeper. So no breakthrough that time for Bosnia. Still 1-0 to Bosnia and Herzegovina. We played 2 of the 4 additional minutes at the end of this first half. And Canada looking for a way forward. Kone gets the ball out to Tejan Buchanan down the right-hand side. Buchanan checks inside. Oh, that's a solid challenge. Excuse me. That is a solid challenge by Memic. And the ball goes out of play for a throw into Canada right by the corner flag. So they may try a long one here as Buchanan makes his way into the penalty area. That is a very strong challenge, but a legal one. He wins the ball. And the throw-in is going to be taken here. It's actually Liam Miller swinging that ball into the air. Doesn't get much distance on it. The ball is headed back in by Miller. And it's picked up again by Miller. This time strikes a shot. And it's blocked by Maramahovic. And it's going to be a corner to Canada. Last chance of the half maybe for the Canadians here from the corner on the right-hand side. And Estequio is going to take it. The Canadian fans out in full force, trying to cheer their team on to an equaliser. The corner comes in. The header on is over the crossbar there by Derek Cornelius, and it's going to be a goal kick. It's the last 30 seconds of this first half. The seconds ebbing away for Canada in this first half to get an equaliser. But I think Jesse Marsh, despite the goal and the overall fluidation of Canada's play in the first half, I think he'll be very, very, very happy on the whole. But they need to turn all this possession and turn it into chances and goals. And there goes the half-time whistle. And here at BMO Field, it's Canada 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. The goal on 21 minutes by Jovo Lukic is the difference at half-time. Canada have had chances with Oluwasi and Jonathan David, but they've not been able to take them. Half-time at BMO Field, it's Canada 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1.
Thank you very much there to Paul James for excellent first half, and to Paul back with us in plenty of time for the start of the second half, where Canada take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia lead by the goal to 0 at half time. We'll take a look at and just tell you what the results were from yesterday's matches and yesterday's match and the early match, if we can in a moment or two's time. But ahead of kick-off and earlier on today, there was some sad news reaching us from the footballing world, and that is former Millwall, Leyton Orient, Portsmouth, Wolves and Rotherham United, amongst other clubs, manager Kenny Jack has sadly passed away at the age of 60 for the footballing world, mourning his loss today. So thoughts go out to his family and friends and everybody who was close to Kenny Jack. Turning our attention to the World Cup, which we are covering here on the channel this summer, and some breaking news which came out of FIFA just gone 6 o'clock this evening, UK time, and he read, FIFA can confirm that player Thomas Partey will be unable to travel from Ghana's team based in Boston, USA to Canada for their first match against Panama on Wednesday, June the 17th. And his visa application has been refused by the Canadian government. FIFA is not involved in the immigration process of those countries, including the adjudication of visas, as with previous FIFA events. The host government ultimately determines who receives a visa and who is admitted into the country. So Canada will have no Thomas, no Partey for the opening match of the tournament so far, for their opening match of the tournament against Panama, which takes place on Wednesday. For those who are looking to hear that one, I'm looking forward to watching that one. So no Thomas, no Partey for Ghana in the opening match of the tournament. Max being on, he says, "Hey Paul, hope you are really enjoying the coverage on the tournament so far. Looking at the Canada team, who would you pick as your standout man or men to look out for?" Let's put that question again to Paul in a moment. Mike, we're good to have you with us again. It's been good to have you with us last night for the opening match. But let's look at the results so far in the World Cup, if we can. If not, I'll just read them out to you. So we had a game yesterday, which was the opening match of the tournament, which we will bring you the results of. So last night in the opening match of the tournament, it finished Mexico 2, South Africa 0. And just a little stat about that game. We had 3 red cards in the Mexico-South Africa game. You can listen back to that on the channel here on the commentary hub. And a little stat to tell you about that. In the last couple of World Cups, in the 2022 and the 2018 World Cup tournaments, there were a total of 4 red cards in the entire tournament. So far, we've only got 3 of them there. And in the earlier game, which was played in the early hours of this morning, UK time, at 3 a.m, they finished South Korea 2, Czech Republic 1. Czech Republic had took the lead in that game through Krejci, the Wolves man who's been linked with a move to Leeds United, and Wang Inbom and Oh Eon-gi were the goal scorers for South Korea to turn the game around. Vladimir Sufal, from a West Ham man, set up Krejci's goal. Thomas Sojcek also involved for Czech Republic in that game as well. Some of the familiar players may have heard of. Patrick Schick as well played there. Lanking in. Played Sun Heung-min was the captain. South Korea. Now he didn't score many goals in that game. I don't know, lost count how many chances he had. And Kim Min-jae, who plays his football at Bayern Munich, he was also involved for South Korea in their opening match of the tournament. As it stands right now, Mexico in Group A after 1 game, Mexico at top with a goal difference of +2. South Korea with a goal difference of +1, sitting second. Czech Republic with -1, sitting third. In South Africa going the bottom of the group there. And in this group so far, with this being the opening match, Canada losing by a goal to 0 against Bosnia, I can tell you that Canada currently sit bottom, Bosnia currently sit at the top of the top. All the 2 teams in this group will be Qatar and Switzerland. Early hours in the morning at 2 a.m, USA take on Paraguay in their opening match of the tournament. They're in Group D of the World Cup. Let's run you through the other groups then. So as I've just talked about, Group A, Mexico, South Korea, Czech Republic and South Africa. Group B, Bosnia, Canada, Qatar, Switzerland. Group C, Scotland, Brazil, Haiti and Morocco. Group D, along with USA and Paraguay, are Turkey and Australia. Group E is Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast and Curacao. Group F is Sweden, the Netherlands, Tunisia and Japan. Group G is Belgium, Egypt, Iran and New Zealand. Group H is Spain, Uruguay, Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. Group I is France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq. Group J is Austria, Argentina, Algeria and Jordan. Group K is Portugal, Colombia, DR Congo and Uzbekistan. And Group L is the 3 Lions of England, along with Croatia, Ghana and Panama. So it looks like Thomas Partey can play in the other 2 matches, just like maybe the opening match where he can't play as it stands right now. We'll keep updated with any further developments there as well with that. We did get some news earlier on, and it looks as though that the England 3 Lions squad and the starting lineup for the game that they've got coming up against Croatia in their opening match, from reports coming out of the England camp earlier today, it did look like that Jude Bellingham will be starting in the number 10 position for England, whilst Mark Gurty is said to miss out on the place in the starting lineup, with John Stones expected to be partnered by Ezri Konsa at the back. The other question is whether Nelly Madueke starts on that right-hand side in place of Bukayo Saka, who England are managing minutes for due to still having a recurrence of an Achilles problem, which comes up towards the end of the 25-26 season, back in the March international break, so an occurrence of that. As people may know, England had a and closed doors friendly match in the game. Well, in midweek, yesterday after the Croatia game, after the Costa Rica game, should I say, in preparation for the Croatia match, where Thomas Tuchel was going to work on set plays and all the set play situations for his sides ahead of the opening match. And receiving news that England won 6-0 in that behind closed doors game. I did hear some rumours about goal scorers, which were these are just unconfirmed goal scorers, but according to reports, Ivan Toney got an hat-trick, Jordan Henderson, Ethan Nwaneri and Rio Engamoa were on target there. England were leading 1-0 at half-time. We did score 5 unanswered second half goals there in that game. We're going to bring Paul back in for a moment. And Paul, did have a question in for you just after you've gone away. It's come from Mike Connor, who says, "Hey Paul, hope you're well, thoroughly enjoying the coverage and the tournament so far." He says, "Looking at the Canada team, would you pick as your standout man or men to look out for from this Canadian side?"
Well, thanks, Mike. I would say Jonathan David is an obvious one. And Liam Miller has played very, very well today. But on the bench, they've got Kyle Larin, and they also have probably the key player for Canada in this World Cup, and that's Alphonso Davies. But if I was looking at the 11 players on the pitch right now, Jonathan David and Tejan Buchanan would be one to look out for as well. Promise David on the bench is a good option, and I think Canada will turn to him in the second half, or even Nelson as well. They may turn to Nelson as well, who is also on the bench. Late call up for Jaden Nelson. It didn't look like he was going to make it, but he is an absolute firecracker down the left-hand side. So expect to see him perhaps in the second half if things don't change for Canada.
Yes, thank you very much there then, Paul. But while we've got you, Paul, just a quick one. But obviously, I know towards the end of the game, he said Marsh will probably be happy with how Canada have played despite being 1-0 down. What do you think would have pleased Jesse Marsh in that first half performance from Canada, even though they are trailing by a goal to nil against Bosnia?
Well, I think the possession, the build-up play has been good for Canada. They've caused threats, particularly down Liam Miller's side. Also, Tejan Buchanan has been causing threats down the other side. So down the wings, the Canadians have been causing some havoc down that side. So I think they're going to be very, very happy with the way that first half has gone since the goal. What they're not going to be happy with is the way that goal was conceded and the naivety around that defending. I can't see Jesse Marsh being too happy with that. It was they should have known from the beginning just how dangerous Bosnia are from these positions, these set pieces, and they know they've got strong and physical players up there. Nobody was really properly marking Lukic when he headed that ball into the net.
Yes, absolutely, Paul, absolutely. And do you think you'd be disappointed with Johnston picking up that yellow card after just 11 minutes, walking a tower for the remainder of the first half and in the entirety of the second half? Do you think you'd be worried about that as well, Paul, from a Canadian point of view?
Well, he might well be, because he'll be worried about it from a group stage as well, won't he? Because, of course, if he picks up another one, he's suspended. So he would not be happy with that happening. But, you know, this is sometimes referees as well have to be cognizant of the fact that this is the first game, that the players are going to be G'd up, they're going to be motivated, they're going to be ready to go, they're going to want to set an impact, and they've not done that. They've not been cognizant of the fact that the referees in this competition so far, except the one from last night's Korea and Czechia game, the referees have to be a bit wary of this. Like, there was a couple of yellow cards in that first half that I thought was a little harsh.
Yes, absolutely, Paul, absolutely. And we've had a comment in, Paul, which I want to just get your thoughts on. Now, first off chance for Jonathan David. Luke's Turton's been on. Hopefully doing okay, Luke. He says Jonathan David has to finish that chance in the first half. Would you agree with that assessment there, Paul?
Yeah, I think I actually said that as well. It's an opportunity that he should have buried, if I'm being perfectly honest. A man of his quality, yeah, he definitely should have buried that. And also Oluwaseyi's chance as well should have been put away. And they were not able to do that. And they're going to have to take the chances that do come their way in the second half, because Bosnia aren't giving up much defensively.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Do you think, Paul, say if we're still at 1-0 to Bosnia, say around about the hour mark, do you think we could see someone like, from a Bosnian perspective, thinking of it now, we could see someone say like Edin Dzeko come on for, say, Lukic, who's got that yellow card maybe, or Demirovic, who picked up yellow cards as 2 strikers? Would you say that?
I expect so, considering Dzeko connected well with Lukic in the qualifying stages as well. So it's certainly an opportunity. Lukic will be delighted. It's his first goal in international football. But Canada have to be stronger defensively in the second half, and they have to take the chances that come their way.
Yes, thank you very much there, Paul. Right then, time for us to get ready as a pleasure. Just everything back out for the start of the second half. So without further ado, it's time to go back to Paul James.
Thank you, Ross. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this second half. Bosnia are about to get the second half underway. They'll be attacking the goal to our left in the second half. We're just waiting for the official. There we go. And the referee Facundo Teller blows his whistle, and we're underway for the second half. Still much of the crowd coming back from the refreshment stands. The shot coming in early there. A really good effort by Demeric. Struck that shot there, and the goalkeeper, Maxime Krepau, was awake to that one. But Bosnia starting the second half the way they started their first. And now it's a throw-in for Canada over on the left-hand side. In the end, it was a comfortable save for Maxime Krepau. But it's going to be a free kick to Canada here, actually, in fact. They've given the free kick rather than the throw-in. As the crowd returning to their seats here at BMO Field. There's Kone. Kone just tried to skittle down the left-hand side, but that is cleared away by Dedic. And chasing and winning that ball there is Difugareya. And Bosnia now coming forward. It's a long ball over the top there, looking for the run there of Lukic by Tarovic. And an opportunity there to try to chase that one through, but it's just a bit too far forward, goes through to the goalkeeper. And it's cleared downfield and headed on there. And picking up his own header there is Oluwaseyi. Got a really good challenge on the far side by Said Kolasinac. And now here's a chance for Oluwaseyi. Oluwaseyi plays the ball across. Goalkeeper gets down and gets an important hand on that. Vlasic just stopping that ball getting all the way through. But Tejan Buchanan now has the ball. And it's put out of play by Kolasinac again. And a throw-in for Canada. Level with the Bosnia penalty area. It's a long throw. And it's flicked on all the way towards the back post. Looking for Miller. Picked up by Larey. Richie Larrea drops the ball back to Difugareya. Canada starting this second half well. Oh, a challenge there on the captain, Estokio. And nothing doing, says the referee. And it was put back to the goalkeeper by Dedic. And out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Canada. Tejan Buchanan launches the ball in. It's headed away there again. This time by Maramahovic, and cleared over the halfway line by Memic. And nobody making the run for Bosnia and Herzegovina, as you may see them in this second half fall back into a much more defensive posture. The ball is long by Difugareya, chasing this one now. Oh, what is that? Is the referee going to give something there? No, he has. Well, it was Tejan Buchanan that went for that, and the goalkeeper collided with Buchanan, and it looks like it was the goalkeeper's fist. Now, did he connect with the head of Buchanan, or did he get the ball? The referee said he got the ball. I would like to see this again, because Buchanan was away. He's on his feet now. Let's take a look at this again. I'm just waiting to see the replay on this so I can talk you through this, but the goalkeeper Vlasic came out. Tejan Buchanan tried to go round the goalkeeper, and it was just an aimless ball over the top, and he's onside. It's played on by the right back, Dedic. He heads the ball back now. It's difficult to tell from that angle. Yes, he does. He makes contact with the ball. He also makes contact with the forward's head as well. And he left his fists in there when I don't think he needed to. And it's going to be a throw-in for Canada when the game gets back underway. But as we look again at Oluwaseyi, they're just skipping inside the defence brilliantly, plays that ball across, and Vlasic just gets his hand to it from that chance earlier. And in fact, the referee has given a free kick to Bosnia. That's a strange one. It's cleared downfield. Up in the air, won by Lukic. Headed the ball away. It's lifted up into the air one more time. Liam Miller just trying to get his foot down on this. Oh, away goes Miller. This is a fantastic run over the halfway line. Miller tries to play the ball through to Oluwaseyi, but that is too much on that ball. It goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, and a disappointing end to a promising move for Canada. And now coming forward is Dedic. Infield there to Basic. And it's a foul by Basic on Difugareya, so it's going to be a free kick as Canada rushing to get this game back underway, desperately looking for an equaliser to get level in this game. Ball is played forward there to Miller again. Such a crucial game. Miller plays the ball forward, trying to get away there from Dedic, but this is good defending by Amir Dedic, and he puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Canada, level with the Bosnia penalty area down the left-hand side. It's so important that Canada don't lose this game, knowing that they've got Switzerland still to play. And I honestly don't think they're going to get much out of Switzerland, but if they can at least get a draw here, it gives them a good chance of qualification. Here's Cornelius. Cornelius gets the cross in. It's too close to the goalkeeper, Vlasic. He plucks that out of the air, and it's cleared downfield. And only to a Canadian player, and it's headed on by Difugareya to Buchanan. Buchanan tries to skip away there from Kolasinac. No luck for Buchanan, but he does win the throw-in. It's a good challenge by Kolasinac. It's back with Buchanan again. Kolasinac is just going to come up and step in front of Buchanan and shield that ball out of play for a goal kick. And good work by Said Kolasinac as Bosnia and Herzegovina still holding the 1-goal lead. And you can see Jesse Marsh there just having a conversation with his staff, perhaps wondering what his next options are. I would think a substitution must be coming for Canada soon. Ball is laid long. It's won by Cornelius. Picked up in the centre of the park there by Basic, but he's given away a free kick. Foul by Basic. Cornelius will take the free kick quickly and gives it to Miller. Miller drops the ball back to Cornelius. Forward here to Larray. And out to Miller. Can Miller get a good cross delivered here? Miller drops the ball back. Oh, that's a nice pass through. Here's Larray. Real chance. Oh, off the line. Oh, off the line. And what a superb piece of defending by Katic. He gets it off the line and it hits the underside of the crossbar. And Bosnia survive. Oh, my goodness me. That was a brilliant move here. And a beautiful pass there by Estakia to Richie Larea. Larea beats the goalkeeper hands down. On the line is Katic, and he just gets his foot on it, and it hits the underside of the crossbar. But unfortunately for Canada, that ball bounces out and did not cross the line. Well, that's the closest Canada have come, and Luke de Figueiredo has picked up a yellow card for a foul. So that's another yellow card issued to Canada in this game. And the ball is played forward now, and here's a chance for Lukic for his second! Oh, that's a great piece of goalkeeping! Oh, a super piece of goalkeeping! Oh, that really, the goalkeeper, Maxim Kripau, came out there. It was a quick free kick, it was long. Canada's defence fallen asleep there. And I don't think anybody, including myself, saw that coming. It was a beautiful long ball over the top. And it's actually a superb challenge by the goalkeeper, Maxim Kripau. It was Demirovic who was trying to go around the goalkeeper, and that came shortly after Larea's opportunity. Both sides having chances to score goals in this one. It's a corner. It's swung into the back post, and this time Kripau comes for it but drops it. And ready to clear the ball is Kone. Kone clears the ball, and looking for this one is Oluwaseyi, but he's not going to get there, and Vlasic clears the ball, but it's a poor clearance by the Bosnian goalkeeper, and he's inviting more pressure now because here's Miller. Miller gets across to the back post, but that's disappointing, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Well, what an opportunity for Richie Larea. Real chance there for the Toronto man. And it shows that Canada can break down this Bosnian defence. Want to thank all of our listeners for listening in today. Really appreciate you spending your valuable time with us. If you're listening and you haven't done so already, please, if you can just click like and subscribe. We are trying to grow the channel. Canada coming forward now. And the cross attempted there by Tejan Buchanan was blocked by Kolasinac and loops into the arms of the goalkeeper. We are trying to grow the channel, so if you could like and subscribe, it would really, really help us, and we want to be able to bring you more coverage. That ball is headed out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Bosnia midway inside the Canadian half of the field. And Kolasinac is going to take this throw-in. 1-0 to Bosnia. Throw in down the left-hand side, midway inside the Canadian half of the field. The referee just directing which ball to use, as there appears to be two on the pitch right now. And just encouraging that we get on with it. These days you have about 5 seconds to take a throw-in. And it's cleared downfield. And out of play by the goalkeeper, Maxim Kripau, who also... Goalkeepers also only have about 10 seconds to take goal kicks and get the ball out of their hands. And all these rules by FIFA brought in to avoid time wasting. Miller. Estaquio. It's going to be a free kick to Canada. Foul there on Estaquio. And there's a Bosnian player down right now who's played 12 minutes at the start of this second half. It's Canada 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. We are watching a fast-paced game here. We're seeing a lot of good football from both sides, really, in this second half. It's certainly been an absorbing game to watch. It's a free kick to Bosnia. It's launched into the penalty area, headed on. And it falls back to Kolasinac. Kolasinac launches a ball in the area. Oh, and the goalkeeper comes out and he punches the ball behind for a corner. Kripau may have been better catching that, but instead he punched the ball out. And it's gone behind for a corner. And Bosnia are going to have another opportunity here. Over on the far side Lukic is in there, Demaric is in there. The corner is taken in by Dedic and headed on over the crossbar by Mahamarovic, as once again Bosnia looked dangerous from these set pieces. Swung in, a header on there by Mahamarovic, just over the crossbar. You get some good hang time on that header. And the goal kick is a poor one. Bosnia have possession back. Canada about ready to make a triple substitution here. I have to say, not before time. It looks like Promise David is one of the men coming on, which in my opinion is a really good option. Also the number 20, Ahmed Ali, will be coming on. I'll get through a full list of them for you in a moment. But here is Jonathan David. He goes down under the challenge, and the ball is played forward, and it's intercepted and won back by Derek Cornelius. Infield now to Eustachio. Played forward to Richie Laray. Here's Kone. And he launched the ball into the area. He holds it up. Kone plays the ball out wide to Miller. Miller, looking for the run of Richie Laray again. Laray tries to get there, but it's won back there by Katic, and it's cleared out of play. In fact, it rolls out of play for a throw-in. Unable to keep it in was Baratovic. As we take a look again at that incident earlier on involving Tejan Buchanan and the goalkeeper, looks like the free kick was actually given for an offside. He didn't look offside, but they just showed the tram lines there, and in that position he was offside. And it's headed out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Bosnia as the substitutions are about ready. We have Ahmed Ali and also Promise David. Liam Miller, one of the players coming off, which is interesting because he certainly has been one of Canada's better players in the first half. And the other one is the forward Tony Oluwaseyi. I think Schaffelberg is also on for Canada. Jacob Schaffelberg, an opportunity for him, the Nova Scotian native. Jonathan David and Tejan Buchanan are the others coming off, along with Liam Miller, which is interesting. The two biggest threats are Liam Miller and Jonathan David. Liam Miller and Tejan Buchanan were the two major threats. Bosnia also making a change at this time. 25 and 13 going off for them. So Jovo Lukic, the goal scorer, is coming off. Also number 13, Ivan Basic is coming off. And I'll just get you who are coming on in a moment. Ball is out of play there. And it's going to be a throw-in. So coming on for Croatia is Bajdar, Somed Bajdar. He's wearing number 9. And the other one coming on is Gigovic, wearing number 8, Armin Gigovic. So those are your substitutes for the Bosnians. Armin Gigovic plays his football at Young Boys in Bern in Switzerland. As the shot coming in now, it's blocked by the effort from Promise David. Promise David is a very, very quick player. Certainly capable of doing some damage. And perhaps that's what they need, a little bit of physicality up there, but he's also got a lot of speed. So it makes sense that Jesse Marsh has brought him on for the second half. Along with Schaffelberg and Ali. Ball played forward here, so looking there for Matchday, and it's played forward by Canada. They're looking to get the number 20 away here for Canada, and that is the number 20 there is Ali for Canada, and it goes out of play. It's a throw-in. Schaffelberg gives it back to Ali. Ali now, first run at the goal. Here's a substitute. Ali plays the ball into the middle. Oh, here's a chance for David. He can turn. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, that is a super block. And goes behind for a... well, it looks like the goalkeeper's just going to pick that one up, Vlasic. And it's a good piece of defending, in fact, by Miramovic. And, well, the opportunity was there, really, for Canada. But they weren't able to make anything from that. And Johnston is just going to take this ball and send it back to the goalkeeper. And it's cleared by Krapau. Krapau downfield. And it's played in the middle there to Ali. The ball is out on the far side to Derek Cornelius for Canada, midway inside his own half of the field. And also a really good ball there. Kone. It's out there to Promise David now. Richie Larea. Richie Larea pulls the ball back, and it's an effort on goal. A really good try there by the captain, Eustakio. But it was always going away from goal. You can see the pass here. He just brings it down there with the 1 foot, curls it. But it was always going away from the goalkeeper's left-hand post. As Canada, well, it's getting desperate for the Canadians as they want to get back into this game. And it's one back there, though, in the midfield. That's really well played. That was a good opportunity there for Oluwaseyi. Tried to bring the ball forward there. And now here's Richie Larea. Larea, long ball over the top. Oh, and it's picked up by Schaffelberg. Schaffelberg, he gets a decent ball into the middle. Oluwaseyi, oh, it's off the line. A header there, and it was off the line by Katic once again. That's the second time he's done that in this first half, in this second half, rather. And that is a foul there by Bajdour, and a free kick for Canada. But once again, Canada coming close, and Schaffelberg already causing trouble on that left-hand side for the Canadians. Bajdour there committing the foul. The free kick is midway inside the Bosnian half of the field. It's now out wide to Ali. Ali cuts inside. Oh, and there's a nice short ball. Can he get the cross in? Oh, he can that time from the number 7 Eustakio. And the ball goes across the 18-yard box and goes all the way to the other side, the opposite width of the pitch, and out of play. But the goalkeeper was beaten there from the header from Oluwaseyi, and it was off the line. If there was no man on the line, that was certainly going to be an equaliser for Canada. Bosnian hearts in their mouths right now. And the ball's played forward. Oh, it's a 2-on-1 break. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Down the road. It's Birahovic. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Birahovic delivers the ball back to Katic, and he gets the cross in. And it's picked up by the goalkeeper. Excuse me for that. And now the ball is played out wide now to Ali as it's end-to-end stuff here. And a free kick given to Canada for a foul on Ali. Once again by Sami Bajdour. The substitute. Just a late touch there. Well, he trips him up there. He tramples on his foot. And it's a free kick as Canada desperately chasing the equaliser here. And let's see who is going to take this free kick. And it's swung in by Ali. The headers go up in the air. That will go behind for a corner unless, yes, it's kept in by Klasnac. Klasnac goes down under the challenge of Luke de Figueiredo, and it's going to be a free kick. And we've got some comments in the comment section. I think I'll read those out now. It's a hydration break. Greetings from Brazil, listening to your fair narration. Let's go Canada, let's go for it. Start kicking from outside the box. Really good to have you, and that is, if I pronounce this right, Celso Meia. Glad you're calling from Brazil, Celso Meia. Please like and subscribe. We intend to bring games from the Brasileirão Serie A League after the World Cup. So please like and subscribe. Follow your favourite Serie A team there as we bring those games to you after the World Cup. Tucker's World comments, come on Canada. Thanks very much, Tucker's World. It's really nice to see you here, spending your afternoon with us. If you're on the road listening, drive safe, my friend. I hope you have a lovely trip. Again, please feel free to like and subscribe. We definitely appreciate all your support. The hydration break now for Canada as they have started off the second half much in the way that they ended the first. They've been pretty unlucky, it has to be said. Richie Larea had the opportunity, but it was cleared off the line. M. Lizardo on a 10-hour drive. Perfect chance for me to listen to. Glad to have found this. Okay, well, I hope you drive safe as well, and I hope you are having a lovely drive. And again, please feel free to like and subscribe. We'd love for you to become permanent subscribers as we attempt to grow this channel. Hopefully we can bring you more games. We're expanding to doing the Brazilian League at the end of the World Cup, to which I have been requested to do that. So we will be bringing you some Serie A games from Brazil. We are just now waiting for the players to get back on the pitch and we can resume. 25 degrees in Toronto today, but with the 25 degrees in Toronto today, it is the humidity as well makes this very challenging for the players out there. I lived in Toronto for about 18 months. I know exactly what it's like. The summers can be pretty brutal there. It's a bit cooler here in Calgary, but yeah, it's pretty hot in Toronto. Luke Turton says Canada need to keep pushing here as chances are coming. Also, thanks for your support, Luke. Supporting the TCHub is free and couldn't be easier. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for your support, Luke. Really appreciate that. As we're about to get this game back underway after the hydration break. And it's going to be a free kick, which the goalkeeper, Velasic, will launch downfield. And headed on there by Cornelius, and out of play from the number 7, Amir Dedic. Throw-in taken quickly by Canada as they look to try to get back into this game, and picked up here by the number 4 Mahamorovich. You know, I have to be honest, I've really tried with these names. I'm doing my best, I apologise, but I believe it's pronounced Mamarovich, so I think I have that right. The ball is played forward over the top, looking for the chasing Demerich, and now Canada can come forward with Ali, who wins that ball back, but that's a really good challenge there by Tarovic, and he clears the ball into the Canada half of the field, but it's picked up by the impressive Schaffelberg, who has been a bit of a threat since he's come on in this second half, the Nova Scotian native. And it is a free kick for the foul by Kone, as Samid Bajdor who's given away a few free kicks, is on the end of a foul this time by Komar. Over on the bench there is Alphonso Davies. We're not sure whether he's fit yet, whether he'll be ready to be released into this World Cup. Oh boy, Canada really need him, it has to be said. Bosnia preparing 2 more substitutions here. Let's just take a look on who this is. Kerem Alabegovic. And also the number 14, Ivan Sunjic. And we'll just take a look who is coming off for Bosnia. Barahovic is coming off, and also Nemic is coming off. So you should see those updated on the team in front of you, on the team sheets in front of you on the screen. So Sonic and also Alabegovic have come on. Number 15 Nemic and 20 Baratorovic are off for the Bosnians. 5 substitutes is your limit here in this World Cup. So there's a foul there on Schaffelberg, and it's going to be a free kick. Dedic, well, it wasn't given really, and Dedic was complaining about it. To me, it looked like a free kick, no doubt. Schaffelberg going in for that one again. Dedic gets there first. Headed on there again to Schaffelberg. He's got a bit of time and space in front of him. Schaffelberg, it's quite a story. He came back from a serious injury to make this World Cup. It was touch and go whether he was going to make it after getting injured in the Copa America. But goodness me, he's come back and he's looking good coming off the bench. A real story of persistence and overcoming adversity to get to where he is now. And picked up here at the back there. And that's a good challenge by Alabegovic, the substitute. Played over the halfway line there. Oh, it's Demiric away there. No, it's been blocked. And it goes back into Bosnia's half of the field. Picked up here by Kolasinac. Kolasinac is challenged there by Ahmed Ali, and the ball goes out of play for a throw-in to Bosnia, as Canada are readying Kyle Larin over on the far side. The Southampton player is about ready to come on, and he comes on for the striker for Canada, Oluwaseyi. So Oluwaseyi comes off and Kyle Larin comes on. I was expecting to see him at some point if the score remained the same. I think they'll be hoping that it is not too late for Kyle Larin to make a difference. We've got some more comments here. Doug Cartouchian, come on Canada, put me in coach. I've never missed from inside the box. I'm a World Cup game. Well, thanks for joining us and thanks for taking the time to listen. Please feel free to like and subscribe. We appreciate that you're spending your valuable time with us this afternoon. And it's a throw-in for Canada, which Alistair Johnston will take. He drops the ball short there. He's going to have to take the throw-in again. Drops the ball short to Kone. Across there to De Figueiredo. Cornelius. De Figueiredo. Kone again for Canada. And again, De Figueiredo. Cross on the far side to Cornelius. He puts the ball out wide to Schaffelberg. Schaffelberg drops the ball back. Canada now operating, I would say, with 3 possible front men, with Promise David, Kyle Larin and not Jonathan David rather, probably Schaffelberg as well, operating on the front there for the Canadians. Here's an opportunity for Kone, flicked on by Promise David, chance here, goal Canada! It's substitute. Canada are level. And it's Kyle Larin catches it on the volley. A superb finish by Kyle Larin. And level are Canada in this game on 78 minutes. The substitute, Kyle Larin. Well, it's a goal back. It's 1-1, and you can hear the cries from the comment section. Doug says woot. Luke says get in. And this is a comeback for Canada now. But it started with a great run from Kone. The flick on from Promise David. And Kyle Larin turned and struck the shot on the half volley. No chance for the goalkeeper, Vasilic. And he was left stretching to his left. But Kyle Larin's goal has equalised for the Canadians. 11 minutes to go. Can they go on and grab a winner now? Jesse March absolutely delighted. And Canada are level 1-1. And the referee, are we waiting for a VAR check? I think the goal has been given. It's always a nervous time with VAR. Has the goal been given? Hasn't it? This is just another reason why I really hate VAR. I'm not a fan of it at all, as many people who have heard me can attest to that. The Bosnian fans now, they've got a worried expression on their faces now, because really the motivation is with Canada right now. They have dominated much of the second half, and they are going to see if they can get a winner here at BMO Field. Now then, the ball played forward there, up front there by Katic, and it's played back into the Bosnian half of the field. Both Kyle Larin are chasing this one, and there's an effort there on goal by Kone, and Kone is down and he's clutching his ankle. He looks in some discomfort there. Canada, well, they have used 4 of their 5 substitutes. They are allowed another one. Let's have a look. We're just going to see again. He's definitely onside there, is Larin. As we look at this goal again, the flick on by Promise David was absolutely exquisite, and the turn by Kyle Larin was equally as good. Turned away from the defenders. It took a deflection off Katic, but maybe that helped take it past the goalkeeper. But it's Larin's goal. It was definitely on target, and we've got 9 minutes to play, and let's see if one of these sides can forge a winner. Schaffelberg trying to keep the ball in play. He's not able to. It's going to be a throw-in, which Dedic will take for Bosnia. And now Dedic holds the ball up. Good challenge there. Bosnia coming forward now over the halfway line. And it's the substitute coming forward now, which is Alobegovic. I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to go with that, Alobegovic. I think that's right. The ball was played forward to him, but he's not going to get there anyway. And the ball is picked up here, going down under that challenge. It surely must be a free kick to Canada. That was a foul there for certain, but the referee gave nothing there. And now picking up the ball is Alistair Johnson, and he clears it downfield, flicked on by Larin. The ball is over the top, and away goes Kyle Larin. The keeper is coming out as well, but I don't think Kyle Larin is going to get there. The ball rolls out, ushered out really by the goalkeeper. And you can see a Canadian fan in the stands there with the Maple Leaf suit on. Something similar that only Canadians will understand who this is, but something similar to what Don Cherry used to wear on Hockey Night in Canada. When he was doing Hockey Night in Canada, he used to wear this stylish Canadian suit with Maple Leafs on. It's really fancy. Anyway, it's a goal kick to Bosnia. And the Canadians, Bosnia now, I wonder whether they'll be quite happy just to take a point at this stage. Kolasinac is being helped to his feet. The captain of Bosnia and Herzegovina. He's taken his armband off. That means he is going off, Kolasinac. And let's see who is coming on, and it'll be the final substitution for Bosnia. And the Bosnians looking a little bit worried right now. We'll find out who it is who's coming on once it's announced. But there is that substitution that's coming up for Bosnia as that armband has been taken. It's a goal kick by Vlasic, downfield, up in the air. Oh, one there. Yes, Kolasinac has come off. We're just seeing who is coming on now. It is the number 17, Zenis Bernic, who is coming on for Bosnia. And I am going to have to give my, amidst all the excitement today, I haven't even given my man of the match to Russ yet. And here is my man of the match for Russ. Just going to hand that over to him in the private chat. There you go, Russ. And I'll announce that in the next 5 or 6 minutes. Kolasinac off injured. We hope that he makes a full recovery. And trying to sneak in at the back was Bajdor. But it's a good challenge by Richie Laray. It's going to be a corner to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Cross coming in and out to the edge of the area. It's going to be struck there by the shot by the substitute, Zenis Bernic. Bernic instead gets it out on the far side. And it's Dedic, and it's one there. Oh, that's a really good challenge by Ustakio. And he tries to get the ball forward and get Schaffelberg on his way. But Dedic puts the ball out of play as he has the unenviable task of managing Jacob Schaffelberg at the moment. But it's going to be a free kick, a throw-in rather, to Canada with 5 minutes left to play. Can Canada get a winning goal here? It's headed up into the air by Promise David. It goes out of play for a throw-in to Bosnia. Of course, it's not the end of the world at all for Canada if they do get a draw here. They've got Cada. There's definitely points there. And of course, going through with a 4 points will probably be enough to take you through to the round of 32. Although finishing in third is not enviable. You could end up with somebody like Germany in the next round. The ball is cleared forward. And it's away. It's going to go behind, almost for a corner. It's prevented there by Dedic. And it's going to be a throw-in for Canada over by the corner flag. Schaffelberg going to take it, or is he going to leave it? I think he's going to leave it. Yes, going over to take it is Alistair Johnston. He's going to try a long one. And it's going to be thrown towards the 6-yard box to see if Canada can get something on the end of this one. The heads go up, one there, probably by multiple Bosnia players. Certainly Katic was up there and Dedic was up there. The ball comes in again. And it's headed out again by Katic. As Bosnia now coming away. And over the halfway line is Demiric. Demiric has the ball now for Bosnia. He's got a man in the middle there screaming for the ball. And it's he's not been able to get the ball into the box. But screaming for the ball there was Gigovic. And now he finally picks up the ball, Gigovic. Off Demiric. But it was out of position. He was in a wonderful position. Was Gigovic, and here comes Promise David now. He goes down under the challenge, free kick to Canada. As we go into the last 2.5 minutes of this opening World Cup game for the Canadians. Let's go through some of the chat. Mike is still asking for his apology for his doubting that we'd win the league. No apology, Mike. I had good reason with Arsenal's previous history. Hope you're doing well, Luke. Luke says, yeah, not too bad. So it's, there we go. I'm just waiting for the man of the match to be prepared there. I'm going to give that in about the 89th or 90th minute. And now here's Ali for Canada. Kone. Back to Ali. Good build up by the Canadians. Played in by Defugarea, but it's cleared out of field. And out of play there from the challenge on Cornelius, and it's going to be a throw-in. And I will be ready to give the player of the match in about 90 seconds time. Rus Maris Kolonj said Volim Tebosno. That's Bosnian fan there. Again, thanks for joining us. Feel free to like and subscribe. We'd certainly love to have you join the channel and be a part of supporting what we're doing here. It's free to subscribe. Easy. Just click on that subscribe button and on the like button. The ball is played forward there by Sunjic. And now it's picked up here. Oh, down under the challenge goes Ali, and it's going to be a free kick to Canada. At the next stoppage in play, I am going to give you the man of the match for this game. And I have a few names in mind, but I'll be announcing it shortly at the next stoppage in play. The free kick is going to be taken here by Stefan Ustakio. He's going to launch the ball into the penalty area. Let's see if Canada can do something with this free kick. The Bosnia have got a line on that 18-yard box. The cross coming in, and the goalkeeper Vasilic comes out and claims that ball. And we have got the stoppage in play. The stoppage's injury time, rather, at the end is 6 minutes at the end of this game. So 6 minutes for either one of these sides to get the lead. And picked up here. And out wide there to Burnic. Burnic plays the ball forward. Oh, that is really good play down the right-hand side by Basdar. And, well, it looks like he ran that ball out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Canada. And let's give you today's man of the match. Today's man of the match, I've decided to give it to Liam Miller down the left-hand side for Canada. He has been absolutely amazing. His passing, his performance down that side has caused all kinds of trouble for Bosnia. And he is today's man of the match, sponsored by Football Live. As Ustakeo goes off for Canada, and coming on is the only other player that plays his football in Canada, also in Toronto, Jonathan Osorio. So Jonathan Osorio comes on for Estakia. And so now Canada can come forward once again, all over the halfway line, chasing this one down. Is all the referee has pulled up a free kick. And down there is Mumaremovic. Again, if my Bosnian friend in the chat can help me with some of the chats, I'd really appreciate it. I'm just looking at the chat here. The Bosnian fan just making his points known. Doug also supporting Canada there. JB Claret, 1983. I think Canada have been brilliant tonight, Paul. If I could choose a dark horse or an underdog to follow Canada World Cup, would be my this World Cup. It would be Canada would be my bet. They have played quite well tonight. I think they've certainly done very well in the second half, and they certainly deserve at least a point from this, if not more. But there is still 4 minutes to play, so we'll see who gets the end of this. The free kick is going to be taken here by Gigovic. Gigovic plays the ball short. Long ball to Dedic. Plays the ball into the penalty area. It's hooked into the air there. And Canada struggling to get the ball away. Finally, Kyle Larin puts his foot on it. And the big man is storming away. He goes down under the challenge. And that is a deliberate foul. And that is going to be a yellow card to Katic. And there you go. Katic is going on to the yellow card for the foul on Kyle Larin. And might have been a good foul to take really in in the way of things at the moment, because Kyle Larin was away right then. Good to see you, JB. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Quick question for you. How would you like Kyle Larin at Burnley? He's actually not bad at all from what I've seen of him. He might do all right for Burnley in the Championship. Ball is cleared downfield by Vlasic. Up in the air there, they're headed on there by Demeric. And now trying to challenge win that ball back there is Bazdar again, but he's not able to clear it. He's not able to win it, rather, but the clearance is poor by Cornelius, and he just handed the ball back to Demeric, and this is a problem for Canada. They have to be careful in these situations. Truckers World says, come on the Clarets. Oh, way to go, Truckers World. There you go. We got another Burnley fan in the chat. And the ball is played forward over the halfway line. It lands to the feet of Ali. Ali gets a cross in. Oh, it's dangerous and up in the air. Plucked out of the air. There is Vasilic, a good piece of goalkeeping. Just plucks that ball out of the air. And still we are deadlocked. It's cleared downfield. And picked up by Derek Cornelius. Now, here's Defugareya. Defugareya just plays the ball down to the right-hand side and picked up by Ali. Ali gives the ball back to Defugareya into the centre circle here. And Canada moving forward now with Derek Cornelius. There's a minute of the 6 minutes added on here. So there's still time for one of these two sides to get a winner. And Canada at the moment are in possession. The ball is out wide to Schaffelberg, and the ball is played into the penalty area. Perhaps an opportunity here. Ball is played across. Kyle Larin, it's blocked. Oh, Canada came so close. Kyle Larin inside the penalty area, it was blocked. Maxim Krupe comes out of his goal to try to keep possession inside the Bosnian half of the field. Canada won. Bosnia and Herzegovina won. And this game has been very absorbing, very exciting from start to finish, as pretty much most of these World Cup games have actually been so far, I have to say. Here's Ali. Ali checks back. A quick 1-2 there, but Ali goes down under the challenge. Well, he's not going to get anything out of that. You could see Jonathan Osario trying to play the ball there. As we look at that attempt by Larin again, and look at that once again, Katic just getting across and making that challenge vital and at the right time. And that's it. It is full time. It's a draw for Canada in their opening game. It's a decent result for the Canadians. I would argue they deserve more. They played very, very well since the first Bosnian goal went in. They were not able to take most of their chances, but substitute Kyle Larin on the 79th minute drew them level, and it is 1-1. Doug, thank you very much. Appreciate that. We'll be bringing more Canada games to you as well, so please feel free to like and subscribe, because we definitely love to have you join us. Full time here at BMO Field. Canada gets its first point in a World Cup. Canada won. Bosnia and Herzegovina won.
Thank you very much there to Paul James. So that point sees Canada sitting top of the table in Group B. Bosnia sitting in second as it stands right now for a point apiece here in BMO Field, the home of Toronto FC. Earlier on in the Group A, it finished South Korea 2, Czechia 1. Mexico opened up the World Cup with a 2-0 victory over South Africa in the opening match, which had 3 red cards in the opening match of the tournament. Just before we leave it tonight, just some news coming out of the English camp from the World Cup, and England have confirmed this evening that they say an important preparation so far, thanks to Alex Scott, Ethan Wanere, Rio Engamoa and Josh King, who will depart at the conclusion of our camp in Florida, as they are not part of the 26-man squad for England, which opened up their campaign on Wednesday against Croatia here on the commentary, which you'll be able to hear that opening match of the tournament on Wednesday. Just some news away from football. Poland striker Robert Lewandowski is on his way, as we speak, to Chicago. To all talks have been moved to MLS side Chicago Fire. His contract to Barcelona expires at the end of this month, so he'll become a free agent. With interest from Saudi Arabia in Lewandowski, the Polish international, but he is heading to Chicago to potentially join Chicago Fire in the MLS there, as well as some news coming in from football transfer news coming into us this evening. Some breaking and exclusive news there for you on the channel as well this evening. Big thank you to Paul for his commentary as always. And there is some news coming in regarding Arsenal as well, which I know Paul and Mike will be very interested to hear this. Arsenal's interested in selling Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers, who was at the World Cup for England this summer, which you'll be able to follow his progression in the tournament on the channel. However, this deal will not be impacted by news which has come out this evening that Arsenal exploring a deal to sign Christos Solets from Club Brugge, the 24 left-sided winger who plays for Greece internationally, is expected to be a double option for Arsenal at €40 million, which doesn't impact Morgan Rogers or any other options to strengthen their attack for the Premier League champions. So Christos Solets, who had a spell at Norwich City in English football, maybe he could be on his way to Arsenal from Club Brugge, or Club Brugge as it is pronounced from there. So that could be one to watch for Arsenal fans. Going back to Carl Lowry, a good championship player for Southampton last season, and did well to help him get into the playoffs before he was expelled for spying in his downfall, and as he's fluent tonight, just he's come off of the bench and got the well-deserved equaliser for Canada in the end. Although I did put in the live chat, just laughing about it, saying go away Canada and Jesse Marsh, because Leeds United fans, as some people know, I'm a Leeds fan, doesn't like Jesse Marsh for the way he reacted towards some of the club board and some of the players who he had at the time, including the Brazilian star who was at the World Cup in Rafinha, who turned around and said live to his coach's staff, which was captured on television, calling his Leeds United players, saying they were scared to put in the challenges, they were scared to move in transitions and move to do what he wanted them to do, when he didn't really get much out of the players in the first place. But a good point for Canada against Bosnia. I thought it was going to be a tough game for them. I thought they would probably lose or not even score against them, but Kyle Lowry showed his presence in the time when he come on, Paul, and that's what Canada have in their tank to come off for the benching games if needed. Is it to that strength and power of Kyle Lowry?
Yeah, he's a dangerous player, and I think I was wondering actually why he didn't start today, but to be honest with you, it was one of them situations, I think, where perhaps he wasn't totally fit, but he was absolutely amazing when he came on, and he really gave Bosnia some problems. In the end, almost got the winning goal. I think he's at Southampton right now. He may start to attract other clubs. Certainly, his performances have been very, very good for Canada, and I've been really impressed with him today, actually.
Yes, Paul, just a quick one before we do end tonight. Do you feel like, say, for Premier League side, say maybe one of the promotion sides of this summer in Coventry or Ipswich, or a team who finished in the bottom half of the table last season wanted to push on this season, say, do you think it would be a good fit for them if they win? If someone, say, bottom half team like who finished down there, like say Spurs or someone like that, do you think that it would be a good fit for someone like that, Paul? to kind of calibre like that, or the three promoted sides, if they went from this summer to strengthen their attacks and help them stay in the Premier League?
Well, I think he'd be a good fit for a newly promoted side. Someone like Coventry or, Hull, who have just gone up via the playoffs, Ipswich, and at one of those three sides, it would be a good opportunity for him. I just think he's at Southampton right now. Southampton have had a number of issues going on with what happened in them being eliminated from the playoffs. And I just wonder now whether he is going to maybe look elsewhere himself. But there's certainly, I can imagine there certainly being a lot of interest in the high end in the Championship and also maybe in the lower to mid-tier of the Premier League.
Yes, absolutely. I would tend to agree with that as well there. Also, big thank you for your input there on Carl Larrin. Just another one, Bob, just before we do let you go tonight and finish our broadcast. Looking at this point, where do you see kind of moving on from here now? Do you think, out of the other teams that have got in their group, do you think they could get something out of this game tonight? Out of the group stage, should I say?
Well, they moved to Vancouver for the next two games, so that's, if you don't know your Canadian geography, that's the same distance as going from Manchester to New York. It's a huge distance, so they'll fly over to Vancouver and play the remaining two games there. Qatar is definitely a winnable game on June the 18th at 4 o'clock. They need to win that game. There's no ifs, ands or buts about it. They must win that game. With Switzerland, if they can hold Switzerland to a point, they might win the group, depending on how Switzerland get on against Qatar and Bosnia themselves. So there's definitely that possibility that Canada could win the group. I think it's more likely that they'll finish in second place, but they must beat Qatar and they must try and get a point against Switzerland.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely.
It's a lot to ask.
It is a lot to ask, Paul. But for me, I think when you look at the teams in there, I think Switzerland will probably, with the calibre of players they've done there, I think they'll probably end up winning it. And then it's between Canada and Bosnia for that second spot for me. And even if Canada finish there, they could still go through as one of their best teams best placed teams in the competition as well. So even if they finish third, they're still not out of the competition, really, Paul, are they really?
No, they're not. But if they do finish third, the likelihood is that they'll finish the winner of Group E, which of course we know is Germany's group. So they could possibly then end up having to face Germany, and that would be a much tougher task. Whereas if they can finish second in the group, the task is a lot easier. So it depends on how things go, but I mean, runners up in the group is going to be they could face runners up of Group A. So essentially, they could end up with somebody like South Africa or Korea Republic or Czechia versus having to face Germany instead.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Thank you very much for your thoughts there on the Canadians, and with you watching them the majority of the past few weeks in preparation for this game tonight. Right, just before we do go, let's just remind you of what our next live offering is here on the commentary. When we're bringing you from the Gillette Stadium in Boston on Sunday morning, 2 a.m. UK time, 9 p.m. local time, for 80 against Scotland. We'll be on air from around about 1:50 in the morning for that one on Sunday. But please do us a favour as well. Please go over to our X feed, or should I say Twitter feed, whichever you want to call it. It's X these days, and look over there, and you will see that if any changes to our schedule will appear on our X feed there. But please, our next offering at the moment will be 80 against Scotland at 9 p.m. local time from the Gillette Stadium, which is in Boston, 2 a.m. local time on Sunday, the 14th of June, or 9 o'clock on Saturday, the 13th of June, if you're over in Boston and listening to us here on the commentary. But for myself, Mr. Vernon, from Paul James, and from our producer, Nicholas Jones. It's a big thank you to everybody who has listened today. Big up to Mike and Luke and so many others listening to us today, from all of the team here. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you again soon from all of the team here. It's good night for now.